Hello, hello. We're back with more Rimworld. We spent a little bit of time between episodes just building up and building a couple new settlements because we got this event Wanderlust that made it a lot cheaper to build new settlements. So we now have 4 colonies. We added Hesiod, which is a mining colony, and Entlia, which is a weapons production colony, and they're both also turning out a good profit. So already our Our tax for every 5 days comes out to 12,206 silver. This is what we're talking about, alright? Once we get... Oop. Come on, man. You just let yourself get bit by a... Never mind, bruised by a rat. Come on, dude. So the Empire settlements are coming along great, but I was being continually frustrated by our occasional insectoid infestations, and so I actually spent some time watching YouTube videos and such on how infestations actually work, how to control where they spawn, etc., etc. And so we went ahead and built the bait room. Well, I don't really care so much about getting the resources from insectoids, so this is just to burn them alive. Just to burn them alive. Now, the way I've got this set up now, this should be the only place on the map that they can spawn because it's the only place with open tiles with overhead mountain above them, which is why they were spawning in here. Previously was bedrooms, we just went ahead and filled it in for now and built a new set of bedrooms down here in this expansion to the base. Yeah, this was the previous outside wall, now this is the outside wall for this section. Built a little rec and dining room here as well. We're working on getting it cleared out of trees and everything so we can do a little more building. I guess we'll sell that. Things sitting out here left over from previous raids that I've not picked up. Oopsie daisies. I'll just go ahead and harvest everything that's over here because we're going to clear this place out and this is going to be more buildings, more stuff. Also, we had the last couple births of this round of pregnancies. So, Arius and Lee's baby, Gordon, and I don't remember whose baby this is. This is Browning and Sneffy's baby, Mariana, our first girl born in the colony. 4 boys born before we had our first girl baby. Very silly indeed. But hey, it's roll the dice every time, isn't it? But we are going to continue building up settlements, upgrading them, getting our military levels higher, because now Ben Laren is the only one that can field one of our guardsmen squads, which is a commissar, 5 las gunners, a machine gunner, a grenadier with a shotgun, and a guy with an AT launcher. Good little squad, but otherwise, they can only really afford to field our crappy militia squads or conscript squads that are not. The conscript squad is pretty good. The militia squad is barely enough to defend against, like, tribal raids. And the conscript squads definitely have their issues when the pigmen or the bandits attempt to raid. But these are where our 2 new colonies are at. Hesiod's already finished a road, finished connecting these two roads, and now they're building roads out to Antlia, our weapons production colony over here on the in the desert on the coast. So we're filling in this area quite nicely, which means really I think our first big military target is going to be Bokias, which is blue bramble bandits. They are quite dangerous, and they don't like us very much, to say the least. They've been causing us no end to issues. So, that's probably going to be the first enemy city we go after at the very least. But otherwise, it's been kind of all quiet on the home front, just renovating, building new things, continuing to expand our resources, our numbers, etc., etc. And kind of just passing time in between our tax payments, which we've got a whole nother day to. So we'll check back in on the colony shortly. Alright, we just got informed that a hostile savage tribe, the Irgo kinship, has built a hunting site right on our freaking highway. So we can't allow this to pass. We're gonna have to go ahead and take care of that. So let's go ahead and get a couple of our soldiers together here. Who's gonna drive? Who's gonna drive? You know, it's always a good bet to have Hensley drive. Have the Commissar drive. And let's bring, of course, Steiner. Ilarion, because I want to test out his new gun. We did make him a new weapon. Let's bring Reuter and Braca. That should be enough. These are tribals after all. And we don't need to bring a whole lot of supplies. It's not very far away, so just bring like 20 pemmican and some mids. We're not going to need extra fuel. I may live to regret that, but... Alright. Let's get everybody loaded up and get the show on the road. Get the Torox loaded up, boys. It's time for us to go. Come on, Steiner. Holding everybody up. Who are we waiting on? Braca? Hurry up. There we go. Alright. Excellent. We didn't manage to run over any animals this time, unfortunate. Now, of course, by road and in the Torox, this travel is not going to take very long at all. Now, Hensley could quit swerving. It'd probably be even quicker. Well, let's... solve this little problem. Go ahead and draft everybody up. Let's take up some cover. Because here they come. Not very smart of them to do this in my territory. Not very smart of them at all. Looks like Steiner took a hit. He got woozed by a week of bow. Alright, let's see what's in all these buildings. Because we'd be foolish to not, you know, take the loot as well. If we're gonna bother clearing this place out, we gotta at least loot it. This was a rather pitiful encampment. But we can't allow such things to pass, you know? We can't just let these savages just walk all over our territory. Yes, this is... We went ahead and made this Reaper autocannon for Alarion. Which, it's at least proven its efficacy against, you know, random tribals. So, we'll see. We'll most likely see later on how it's gonna deal with, threats that are more on our level. Alright, so we're definitely gonna load up all that Panthera fur, all that pemmican, take those ambrosia, couple steel, whoop-de-doo. Other than that, not really a whole lot worth taking. But that's okay. Loot wasn't the primary concern there. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Shouldn't take them too long to get home. Oh yeah, they're already 3/4 of the way. This road network is already proving to be a great boon. And our settlements are building them up quite quickly. Alright, go ahead and park it. See how many animals we run over. Oh! Dead goose. Rip goose friend. I can't help but like geese. You know, they are God's angriest creatures. And I appreciates that about them, alright? People say they hate geese because of how angry they are. You know what? I'm like, you know what? Me too, buddy. Me too, buddy. Plus, I don't know, huh? Every time I've had a goose ever try and, like, attack me, I just kind of, like, stand my ground and be like, you serious, bud? And they usually stop. And domestic geese, I'll teach you a little trick, alright? A little old redneck trick. Or hick tricks, as I call them. And I don't consider myself a redneck, I consider myself a hick. That kind of upper Midwest to Northwest backwoods kind of guy, you know? But, if you've got chickens, or really any other small livestock creature, I've seen, you know, people that raise rabbits in a more humane environment where they have outside, you know, the ability to go outside. Chickens, of course, ducks, etc., etc. raise a gosling or a couple goslings up with those chickens, ducks, rabbits, whatever. Now a dog, like a livestock guardian dog, will protect your chickens, whatever, against most things: coyotes, foxes, raccoons, etc., etc., etc. But you know what they're not very good at protecting your livestock animals from, your livestock, poultry, whatever from, is birds of prey. Hawks, falcons, eagles, whatever you've got in your area, right? Around here, mostly hawks, with the occasional eagle. Um, Geese will protect them from anything. I have watched a domestic goose fight off a bald eagle. Alright? I've seen it. They are crazy. And you get a couple of them, they will gang up on whatever is attacking your other animals. And I've definitely more than once seen geese absolutely handle a couple of geese handle a handful of coyotes. You know, like a small pack of coyotes, which at least gives you time to react at the very least. They make great guard animals. Geese are friends. That's what I'm saying. All right, we may have run this one over cruelly with our truck. Apparently, we already brought him in for butchering. Already brought him in, did we? But yes, geese are friends. All right, very angry little friends, but they can be very sweet and adorable as well. I'm going to be getting a couple goslings here pretty soon to protect the chickens, and he's gonna be my little friend. All right, that will bite the shit out of me probably, but who cares? We're freaks. If you can't handle a goose biting you, you probably shouldn't be in the business of, raising livestock animals. A lot of them bite. Grow a thicker skin. Alright. But anyways, the colony's doing well. Sorry, I usually reserve my diluted rantings for when we play Zomboid, but Rimworld has a lot of that same vibe too, that where I don't always have to have my brain running 100% on the game, so I can just go off. I just get a little silly. Take care of your dang baby areas. And take care of other people's babies as well. Alright. It's a community effort here. We got 4 of them. It's pretty much gotta be a community effort. If anyone wants to get any sleep. Any of the moms want to get any sleep, or any of the dads want to get any sleep. Cause I got a lot of the dads assigned to childcare as well. Basically anybody with a social stat that's above like 3 or 4. Excellent, excellent. Well, I guess then we will check back in with the colony again shortly when we have something more to report. Taxes are here. Look at all that delicious silver. Once our colonists get that put away, we're going to be putting that to use upgrading our settlements even more, even though we've already got 2 of them upgrading, and it's going to take 1.7 days for one of them, and 2.2 days for the other. I believe. Oh, no, we can definitely still, let's go ahead and get the upgrade started for Ben Lara and get that up to level 6. The other any other upgrades will have to wait for, hey, Bear, how about you, what are you going to do? No, you're gonna haul silver, dude. You're gonna haul silver. But we're gonna upgrade all the settlements. Means more workers, more taxes, more money. And, of course, the, second consequence of that is more military power. Because I want to get our settlements to the point where they can actually support us in attacking enemy settlements. There we go, starting to get a lot of that silver put away. We already spent 6,000, but we got a lot more than that in our taxes there. And our estimated haul for the next one is going to be over 12,000, so things are beginning to snowball. We're beginning to hit that point where things are increasing in orders of magnitude rather than just linearly as far as our income. Now, is Aristan being upgraded currently? No. So, excellent, excellent. Now, all 4 settlements are upgrading. Which is a good sign. That means, everything is going to be improving, but it's going to take time. 12 days to upgrade one of them, 10 days to upgrade another, 1.5 and 2, 1.4, but whatever. Round it to the nearest half there. And 2.0 days for the other. Excuse me, hiccups all of a sudden. It must mean I'm talking some trash. Alright. Dude, my grandma put the fear of God in me when I was like 6 years old. I think I was even younger than that. I had to be like 3 or 4 years old. Because I would drink too fast and I would get the hiccups. And my grandma was trolling me a little bit. Farmur was trolling me a little bit. She said, well, you know, if you get the hiccups a lot, that means that you're lying too much, and that's God messing with you for lying too much, and it scared the crap out of me. As a kid, I was like, what? And I'm like, what did I lie about? Oh no. And I thought about that for years, and it wasn't until like years later that I was like, I think Farmur was messing with me a little bit. Think she was doing a little trolling. Alright. Well, you know, as per usual, everyone's training at the range. Getting our guy's skills up. He's already to shooting 10. Awesome. Awesome. Firebird's actually maxed out melee and piercing. Stone and Finn, we don't really care about them leveling up their skills as much because they're just workers, but it is what it is. Now Siegfried, on the other hand, our super child soldier, is only continuing to become even more of a super child soldier. He's mastered shooting at the age of 6. And is a skilled professional at melee at age 6. And is an employable professional at social, and he's about to hit level 9 social. He will hit level 9 of social quite soon. And yeah, he hasn't even gotten his first growth tier yet, so we're once these kids start growing up, once the babies start growing up too, we're gonna be raising a whole crop of little super soldiers. This is how we know we can't fail in conquering this world, alright? Think our enemies are doing that? No siree. I do want to eventually clear out some of these rocks. Oh. What do we have here? They dropped us another long glass? I don't care about those throwing rocks. Those can rot. But, take that long glass. Never know when we're gonna have, more soldiers to equip with, these sweet weapons. I mean, Browning used a long las for a very long time, and he put that thing to great use. I mean, he's got that ultra pattern rifle now, and he just absolutely smacks people out of existence from a long distance. But I gotta stop with the unintentional rhymes. It comes off really corny, and I don't. It was not at all intentional. I only realized it. I only realized it after the fact. It's a curse. It's a. It's a curse. I do really want to test out the Valkyrie in combat though soon. But I don't want to have another disaster like the first time I took the our old Wizzent truck out. So I'll probably test this out sometime, other time on another one of these tribal camps or something, just for how you call it, shits and giggles. But once I've got a good handle on using it, then we'll start putting this thing into use against our real enemies, particularly that Moyle Wollock Treaty, which is the Pigmen, and the Blue Bramble Bandits. Of course, the Pigmen also have a settlement over here and a settlement over here. We want to clear essentially this whole area of the map out of enemies so that our allies can kind of, populate this more, and so we can, of course, take advantage of the resources here. And we do have a steel mining work site as well here, which is just a small independent group, so we could do some more trolling. We could definitely do some more trolling. I think we will let our colonists rest for the evening, and then we will prepare to do a little trolling. Alright, we have gotten a notice here that Hesiod's about to be attacked by the Blue Bramble Bandits faction by a force whose estimated attacking force is 4. So the guardsman squad from Banlaren have been sent to defend Hesiod. They have an effective force of 8. So, shouldn't be that bad. However, we also got a random event that for 5 days we get a whole -1 in mining production. That's gonna cut the profit down from Hesiod quite a bit for this period, but we'll live. And we're almost there on one of our settlement upgrades. 15 hours remaining. And our people will be getting up soon, so we're going to go ahead and once everybody's awake, we're going to start putting together a team, go attack that mining site. People need to understand they can't just exploit our resources. Only we can exploit our resources, even though this is pretty far away from any of our territories, but it's our territory. Now, I'm going to send out some of our people that haven't been out in a while. So we're going to send out Browning, Ada, Meech, and Assam. And we brought Reuter last time. Let's bring Sneffy as well. This is going to be a little further of a trip, so they'll bring a little more food. Bring 40 pemmican, that should be more than enough. But you Y'all know me, I'm all about being, not ambrosia, medicine. Being over-prepared rather than under-prepared. Saying 1.3 days either way, so let's make that 60 pemmican, just to be sure. Alright. They'll gather everything and head on out, and we will catch up with them once they've headed out and ready to attack. Alright, they're heading out. Let's see if they manage to cream any animals on the way out. Is that dead turkey? Dead raccoon? Browning, it's like you're trying to run over every animal on the way out, buddy. Yeah, it should be pretty quick going once they're since they're out on the road for a decent portion of it, but then they're gonna have to cross open terrain most of the way there. That's gonna slow them down. But not by much. I think the game overestimated how much time it is gonna take for them to get there. But you know, the Torox has plenty of cargo capacity, so I'm not really worried about that. Bringing in a little bit of extra, a little bit more supplies than we needed, that's fine. Alright, they're closing in on their destination. Alright, let's get everybody drafted up. These do appear to be tribals. I wasn't sure if they were tribals or not based off of the faction description or anything, so... There we go, let's goad them into attacking and show them a real good time. Yep, don't let them get to cover. Alright, excellent. Problem solved. Now, let's get into their storage. And just to make sure, we clear out the other rooms as well. Just better safe than sorry. Just better safe than sorry. Let the survivors go. They'll, you're like, yo, don't settle close to these. Don't settle close to these guys unless you're an ally of them, because they ain't playing around. Alright, excellent. Another successful mission. Get everybody loaded back up. And reform the caravan so we can pick up all that stuff. Items. Alright. Yep, we're taking all their pemmican, all their steel. And in this place, nothing really else worth taking, so straight back home. Straight back home we go. Not even close to using our capacity as far as fuel. We should definitely also deal with this place, White Oasis, League of Alboboa. That is, they are cannibal tribals beyond redemption. So we've got to halt their spread and deal with them at every turn, because that's just unacceptable to allow them to exist. Alright. The caravan has returned. So, let's let everybody get the hell out of the way there. Thank you. Get out of the way. People, get out of the way. Alright, Hesiod's been upgraded to level 4. Alright, if I have to draft everyone to get them the hell out of the way of this truck. Alright. All 3 of you. Get out of the way of the truck. The hell is wrong with you? Absolutely ridiculous. I should put you all in the brig. Alright. Cargo. Unload. More pemmican, more steel. Very excellent. Now, let's take a look here at Hesiod. We can put in 3 more workers into the mining. Oh, yep. We can't do that until the settlement's no longer under attack. 6 hours remaining. Should be an easy defense considering the combat power of the squad from Ben Laren is quite a bit higher. Now, Hensley's having another minor break risk because she's butthurt that she still has to do work even though she's the commissar. Well, you know, get over it. Everybody works. Everyone fights, no one quits. Do your job or I'll shoot you myself. But Tyr, that's Starship Troopers. That's not 40k. Who cares? If it's cool, I'm gonna quote it. If it's not cool, I'm not gonna quote it. Simple as. But actually, no one cares. Everyone knows. No one cares. Alright. Just thinking, what do I want to build out here next? I mean, it would be a shame to not use this rich soil for crops. So we might actually build another kitchen and food storage out here. Like big freezer right here. Kitchen right here. Grow even more crops here. So we got plenty of people that have good plant skill. And we get bulk goods traders just quite commonly. So I could like divide this in half, grow a cash crop and more food crops, because we're just going to continue to get more people. I intend to end up, you know, with this looking ridiculous at the top eventually. It already looks a little silly, but it's going to end up being insane by whenever we decide to hang this playthrough up. So we're gonna need more food. Right now I've got plenty of housing. I definitely don't need to build more housing at the moment. So that's probably gonna be what we do, but I'm gonna think on it. Alright, I'm gonna drink on it a little bit first. But it is late at night, nobody's really doing anything, so we'll catch back up with the colony again soon. Alright, and of course, like 2 seconds after that, the defense of Hesiod was, of course, successful, and our faction has leveled up to level 2, which I believe, yep, gives us access to a new trait, which I believe we've already got Resilient, which reduces prosperity loss by 50% when attacked, and cannot lose buildings or settlement levels on a failed defense. So, we've already got all the road technologies, and they've been already connecting roads to us. So we'll probably eventually take road builders, but I think defense and depth would be really good. Every 3 to 5 days, we're not going to have things to sell every 3 to 5 days. So we'll take that later when we've got a lot more things to sell. I mean, we do have a lot of things to sell, but a lot of it are things I want to keep. But we will eventually be producing a lot of things to sell for extra income. So I think defense and depth is what we're going to take for our level 2. Trait. And since Hesiod is done upgrading, it's now a level 4 settlement, so let's look at... Yeah, we've got a militia squad there. Let's go ahead and set the squads for Aristan. Oh, it put him up. Alright, I'm gonna have to adjust the conscript squad, I guess, real quick to allow them to fit the conscript squad. It was below 8,500, so I don't know what happened there. Let me check that real quick and we'll get right back to that. Alright, there we go. I just changed their uniforms and that saved me 100 cost per trooper, and that allowed us to assign the conscript squads to Aristan and Hesiod. And of course we've got the guardsman squad assigned to Van Laren, but they're currently on cooldown, so having those conscript squads will help us out a lot. And then once Entlia is level 3, it should be able to afford a militia squad since they're under 5,000. I just couldn't make a squad that seemed even worth a crap that wasn't that wasn't just naked guys with knives for below 2,500. Though a naked guy with knives squad would be kind of funny. Let's just admit it, it would be hilarious. Alright. Other than that, we've just been chugging along here, so we will once again pop back in when next time something interesting happens. Alright. Entlia's been upgraded to level 3 now, which means they've got 3 more workers to go into weapons production, and they can afford a militia squad to defend them. Excellent, excellent. Now, we do have more upgrades going, but they're going to take a lot longer. And it's still quite a bit of time till tax time, almost 3 days till tax time. So we will continue. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Meech and Reuter are getting married. Everybody's cramming into our little temple here. Alright, come on. Everybody finish gathering up. few people aren't making it because they're taking care of the babies and such, but another marriage means probably gonna have even more child soldiers on the way. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and reassign them. Reuter and Meech. Excellent. So we'll leave, believe a couple of the beds down here empty. And that's fine. We want to kind of fill these rooms up first, and then now those are full. These, of course, are lowest priority, and then we'll fill up these new updated bedrooms. But excellent. People are getting married, having kids. Which means more cannon fodder. I mean, child soldiers. I mean, people to carry on the legacy. Because our colonists ain't gonna live forever. I mean, nobody's that old. I think Oregano is our oldest colonist at 46 years old. We got her when she was like 43 or 44, I think. But time is passing in the colony. We are in December of our third year. 2 full years have passed, and yeah, at the end, in essentially 5 in-game days, will be the mark of us being at 3 years exact. Oh, you picked the wrong kind of person to pick a fight with. You absolute buffoon. I mean, Asim's got good melee, but you buffoon. You picked a fight with the wrong guy. You got the crap beaten out of you. Not only did you just pick a fight with your leader, but are you actually coming to pick him up or not? So Dr. Hensley can patch him up. Not only did you pick a fight with your boss, but one of our strongest fighters. Oh, well, we're also having a drought. Luckily, we have plenty of food saved up. This is why we stockpile so much food, is in case of things like that. Unfortunate, though. Hopefully, I mean, some of our crops are planted in rich soil. Not a lot, though. Not a lot. Though eventually we're going to take advantage of this big, massive patch of rich soil. But that doesn't mean we're going to be taking advantage of it immediately. But a short drought, as long as it doesn't last too long, is not going to harm us that much. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but not too much. Now. Yep. We don't have anything coming up immediately, so once again, we'll pop back in here on the colony here again soon. Alright. I have went ahead and put the first growing zone down in our rich soil here. The expanded area of the base, where we're going to be growing coffee in this zone, and then we'll probably grow another food crop in this other patch. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and use just this part for the coffee. otherwise, we will once again check back in with them soon. Oh, another... Once again, it didn't take long. Another marriage is happening. Lyrebird and Braca are getting married. Yet another marriage. Oh yes, Assam has mostly recovered from his ass beating. Oh, never mind, there's another ass beating going on. Oregano and Hensley. Okay, that was just a quick fight. Come on, guys. Don't fight at a wedding. It's not very nice. At least it didn't end with either of them in the hospital this time. Steiner really put Assam in his place. He really handed him his own Assam. Okay, you can go ahead and you can leave some -2s for that one. Anyone that makes it this far. Excellent. Great celebration. That was only partially disturbed by a fist fight. Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's make sure that, that they get a double room. Excellent, they already reassigned themselves. Yeah, both of you should probably go take a chill pill in the infirmary. Assam 2 is still sleeping in there, but like broke his arms, broke his freaking clavicle, cracked his femur. Yeah, don't pick a fist fight with a guy in freaking Space Marine armor. Probably not the best idea. Just saying. Just saying. Probably not, you know, the smartest thing you ever done. Man, nobody's been working on their books they're supposed to be writing. What a shame. What a shame. Kelly, you gonna get some damn food? Okay, good. I mean, I get being a mom's a lot of responsibility, especially she's a mama too now. But, yeah, Siegfried mostly takes care of... Siegfried the super child soldier mostly takes care of himself. Mr. 15 in 15 in shooting at age 6, 11 in melee at age 6. And almost there as far as, social as well. What an absolute lad. Now he's gonna go play with the artillery pieces. But we will have our yearly social festival here soon, in 2.5 days. Well, not 2.5 days, 2.25 days. So we will check back in soon once again. Alright, we've returned because taxes are about to show up. They're about to be here. Speak of the devil. 12,000 some silver. Which means, of course, that we can afford, once they've hauled some of this in, which, yeah, shooting practice can wait, buddy. Start getting that silver all hauled in. There we go. They're getting it. They're getting it hauled. Slowly, but they'll get it hauled in. Alright, they don't even have all of it put away yet, and we're already up above 10,000. There we go. 16,000 silver total. We had just a little over 4,000, so yeah, that checks out. The numbers add up. We are still in the drought, which has now lasted 2.5 days. And we've still got 17 hours before the festival opportunity arises. Now, we did order them to make a couple more cool new weapons. Heavy bolter and a melt-a-gun. You know, what good are all those resources we've been hoarding if we don't put them to work at least a little bit? Oh, here we go. Excellent. Siegfried's reached his first growth moment. He's gained a number of new passions. He's now old enough to do a lot of other work. But he is going to... definitely have passion for social. Melee and medical. And let's see. Thick-skinned is really good. So let's go ahead and give him thick-skinned. Excellent. Excellent. Now that resets his growth tier, so we're going to have to make sure to micromanage him a little bit to ensure that he is keeping that learning bar filled up. But you can do more work. You can do more work, which is excellent. We are probably going to want to train him up at least a little bit in animals. So you can have a good hunting skill. But otherwise, we're going to continue his trading. Okay, a go frenzy. You would like to join a caravan and venture out into the world. Well, I'm sure we will have opportunities for that quite soon. Quite soon indeed. Aristan can handle that attack on their own just fine. They don't need our assistance on that, I believe. But we'll check in once again very soon. Now, just for shits and giggles and more of an experiment than anything, I did decide to go ahead and order them to make a colony to go after that scouting party. I want to see if it's even possible for me to catch up to them. Now they're moving pretty quick. They are moving pretty quick. But the colony, or the caravan is together and heading out after them now. So let's see if they're going to be able to catch them. I didn't send them with a vehicle, so probably not. Yeah, they're definitely not going to catch them. Ariston can still handle the defense of their own settlement quite well. but just an experiment to see if a on-foot caravan could catch these guys real quick, which it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna catch them. Well, that's fine. They've got a pretty beefy conscript squad there, so not that big a deal. Plus, that should satisfy Reuters' want to go out on a caravan. Next time we know if we want to catch these guys, we gotta be really on the ball with it and use a vehicle. They move faster than I thought they did. Yep, they're fighting. That ain't gonna go well for the bandits. And the caravan has arrived home. They didn't really do a whole lot, but they went out and got a little travel time. Now, we just wanna fast forward through, and the last thing we will do today is have our little social festival. You didn't even finish the melt-a-gun yet, but you started on the... Ben, you're a weird one, man. You're a strange one. But we will pop in again on them soon as everyone's ready for the social festival. Alright, well the day has come for the social festival, and Meech is already pregnant. So, we're gonna have another future soldier being born here. You know, 3/4 of a year-ish. Something along that line. And I'm gonna wait to actually trigger the festival until, you know, everyone's awake. And the defense of Aristan was indeed successful. And we just got an event for base animal production for Aristan, which I don't believe Aristan is one that really has any workers on animals, so that doesn't really matter at all to us. Doesn't really matter at all. Well, we'll give them another couple hours. In game time here, it is. We don't want to kick off the social festival at 5 in the morning. But we won't kick it off here soon. We've got a few people sleeping in. Come on, it's 6 in the morning. Wake up. I kid. And this is coming from me, someone who doesn't wake up till like 7:30, 8 o'clock every day. AM. 0730, 0800. Approximately. But alright. Let's go ahead and kick it off. What a perfect time for an autosave. We may be having a drought, but that doesn't mean we can't have our social festival. That was a really quick speech. Yeah, have some food, Snuffy. Alright, we had a fun festival. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But I think that's gonna be about where we leave them off for today. Thanks everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, maybe even subscribe. And we will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.